guys, this is Allison. So today I'm going to be doing my Insurgent movie review. As you can see, I got a poster at the movie theater, which was so awesome. Free posters are always awesome. So yes, so I saw Insurgent last night. So I had not read the book in about 2 years, and so I was trying to remember all that had happened. As we know, book to movie adaptations are not always to the book. So my overall impression with this book is I liked it. I liked the first movie more, but I definitely enjoyed the second movie. I feel like the new director, Robert Schwenke, I feel like he did his best with the book to movie adaptation, and he kind of upped the stakes. Like, his whole tone of the movie was very gritty, it was very realistic, like the stakes are raised, stakes are higher. It's kind of like an on-the-run movie, because that's what it is. Tristan 4 and Caleb and Peter are like on the run from Erudite and from Janine. And so with this, I enjoyed this movie. Okay, let me just start out with like a few cons that I had, and then we'll go to the pros. So one of my biggest cons that I had with this movie is, I'm trying to think which one I want to talk about first. Okay, so one of my biggest cons was probably the scene where, like, I know it's going to sound really dumb, but, like, one of Trish's main fears is intimacy. She never grew up hugging anyone. She never grew up kissing anyone. You know, she didn't sleep with anybody. Like, she never did that. And one of the things I love about Tristan 4's relationship is that it is pure and it's loving and they work as a team. And it's not a physical attraction. It's like a connection that they have emotionally. And so in the books, I believe that in the books, they never have sex. And because to them, it's not about that. It's about being there for each other and being there for each other emotionally and also physically, but not taking it to that level. So I was really disappointed that Robert Schwenke decided to change that to make it a Hollywood film. Because as we know, sex sells, sadly. For them to basically have sex, which that just would have never happened. Like, Trish, that's like her main fear is intimacy. So, for her just to be like, oh, let's just, whatever, let's just cuddle together or have sex, I'm like, that didn't happen. And that's just, it just totally goes against Trish's character, and I was just upset about that. I was trying, hoping that it wouldn't happen, and it did, and it was just disappointing. Just because that's not her character, and it's like literally one of her biggest fears is intimacy. So it doesn't make sense how you have that fear of intimacy in the first movie where they messed up that, and then they made it even worse by changing her character for her to have sex with 4, which never happens, and I was just annoyed. But anyways, the other thing is, I feel like the box scenario, the box was where the video with Eda Pryor was. I don't know. I feel like we could have done without that. I feel like they like tried really hard to like play it off, to make it new, to make it exciting. I didn't really like it, but it wasn't like a horrible idea. It was still kind of cool, but I don't know. I just felt like it was kind of like over dramatized. Okay, so pros. I hate talking about cons, so pros. Okay, so first of all, the casting. So we obviously know that Shailene and Theo knock it out of the park as 4 and Tris. I feel like Shailene Woodley just went to a whole different place with her emotions just because Tris is in a different place. She's struggling with the murder of her mom and dad. Her brother's a scumbag, Caleb, and betrays her, struggling with that, trying to feel responsible for taking care of her brother, but knowing, Ford just lets her know, hey, this is not your fault. Caleb made his own choice, and you can't be responsible for everybody's choices. You can't save everybody. And I can relate to Tris on that, because even in the teaching world, I want to save everybody, and I want everyone to pass, and I want, to help everybody. But in reality, you can't save everybody. People are going to make their own choices, and you just can't save everybody. And I can't feel, even though I feel like responsible sometimes, I have to realize that that's their choice that they're making. Just like Tris has to realize through 4's guidance that it's Caleb's choice that he's making, and I can't control that. Shailene really just knocked her to the park. One of my favorite scenes was the Candor Truth Serum. That was so heartbreaking. Shailene Woodley literally went to a different place. Like, it was real and it was emotional. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to shed a few tears. Like, it was intense. It was just so emotional because she had to shoot her best friend, and that's horrible. And especially to say it in front of her other best friend, Christina, who they were in a relationship. It'd just be awful. So I loved that scene. Okay, so Uriah. I was so happy Keaton Lonsdale got the part of Uriah. I feel like he did an awesome job. He portrayed the kind of like the snarkiness of Uriah, but also the very like caring, compassionate friend. You know, he's there for Triss. He cares about her as a friend. He supports her. He backs her up. He goes to battle with her. I just loved Uriah's character, and I cannot wait to see more of him in Allegiant. I feel like he could have been used more in Insurgent. I wish he had more scenes in Insurgent, but the scenes that he had were awesome. Allegiant, I'm not prepared. It did not happen. Did not happen. So yes, I really liked Naomi Watts as Evelyn. I feel like she had like the perfect balance of this mother trying to reconnect with her son, but also she has her own agenda. And Naomi Watts portrayed that really well. Like, Evelyn has her own agenda. She's not worried about who she hurts. It's like her way or the highway. And you see that, especially in Allegiant. She has a hidden agenda. That in the book, it's revealed what her agenda is, but it wasn't in the movie. So I'm not going to spoil that for you, but she has a hidden agenda. I feel like they worked well together. The age difference didn't really throw me off. I feel like, you know, she had him as a young age, so, you know, I could see that age difference. I love the interaction just because, like, it's real. Like, she left Ford to his abusive father, and their relationship was just, it was real and honest, and it wasn't just like, oh, I'm just gonna forgive you. Like, no, like, I don't want to talk to you. I loved the Amity scenes. It was so freaking beautiful to see the farm and just see everything, which is so awesome. I loved Octavia Spencer as Johanna Reyes. She is just awesome, and I feel like she did a really good job. Ansel Elgort did a really good job with Caleb. You totally see the evolution of Caleb from someone who's trying to keep up with foreign interests and then realizing, I can't do this anymore, this is not me, and basically betraying his sister and putting her underneath testing for Janine and Erudite. I felt like he did a good job acting because when Shailene basically dies in the simulation, you know, those are real tears. So he does have a little bit of his heart still for his sister, but he's totally warped and manipulated by Janine and kind of like the power and the knowledge to keep his perfect society. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Miles Teller is hilarious as Peter, as always, just snarky and once a stiff, always a stiff. You know, have a happy day at Amity. It just was great. So some other scenes. I love the Fortress relationship. I loved how they were there for each other. They had so many good moments. There was so many book quotes like nothing else is right but you and me are right. And kind of like you die, I die too. And the whole scene where you can't save everybody and no one else is gonna die for you. I'm not gonna let you do it. And just to see him run after Triss when she leaves for Erudite to go turn herself in, which is so heartbreaking. Them in the room, just being taken away, Forrest banging on the glass window. Oh, the feels are so real. Yes, I love their partnership. I just love their teamwork, how they go into battle together. The factionless society was so cool. I cannot wait to see more of that. I didn't really like Edgar. I felt like he was just randomly placed. It's not Johnny Weston's fault. I just feel like they didn't need to add him because he didn't really serve a purpose. Minus, I'm going to be the big bad person to serve Evelyn. Like, didn't really care about him. But overall, it was great. I feel like just the book detail was very accurate, even with Little Girl and Erudite. Shailene tries to save. Eric is just nasty, so I'm glad he's dead. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, and I love the music, and the costumes are great. I cannot wait to see Allegiant, even though I'll probably cry ugly tears of sadness. But it's going to be great. So let me know what you guys think of it. I want to give this movie a B-. I liked it. It wasn't my favorite, but I still enjoyed the movie. It was a good ride. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.